Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Podsmokers Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Podsmokers Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketubit Old Testament Hebrew Bible. Um, Today, I'm working on the third part of the 28th chapter of the Potsmokers Bible, which is part of the conclusion because we're done with the Book of Zion. So I'm going to take up where I left off. We were talking about psychic abilities last time, so this is where I'm beginning. Now, I'm not talking of sex here. That is a different level of evolution. This inner switch comes from your personal experiences. It has nothing to do with your mate. That is a higher form. This evolution is a single soul event. It leads to the soul's evolution, which in turn leads to spiritual advancement. Each of us has a center of being. You must find yours. This core is your reason for being in this lifetime. Your core is the thing that you are most passionate about. It could be a talent like music or science. It could be children, teaching, painting, whatever it is about you that you are the most. It's the biggest part of you. For me, it was defending my people in the SAU. I kick-started my generator by defying the authorities from the cops, the courts, and the SAU. I won through, or I beat them at their own game. So when I left the SCU, I was awarded by my generator. All I had to do was walk through the right door. So in order to activate your soul and turn on your psychic generator, you have to first find your passion, your true passion. Then you must pass a series of psychic tests to prove you're ready, willing, and able to generate energy and use it wisely. The powers that be won't give you this gift unless you prove to them that you're worthy of it. Step one, find your passion. Because I already won through and opened my door, I have opened the way for all of you to follow. I have the ability to activate the opening of the palms, at least for women. Men don't feel my energy and can't be opened by me, it seems, at least part of the time. Some men have been affected. I have apparently opened the female way, and some men have found the way inside that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So, as I write this, I am generating energy in my palms. I can feel it. This energy is an opening for women. If I am right, many of you females should also feel your palms tingle when you read this. That that is, if it is true for you, then you too are now open and can now find your own on switch. This opening of the palms is a quantum preset. If you can feel energy in your palms, then you can apply your will to the matrix and take control of your life force. This will override false thought forms and generate your desired outcome. Your energy will be able to empower you to influence reality. This is the thing that makes you gray. In fantasy, this is the basis of all real magic. The use of spells and incantations is the activating of established presets on the matrix. You preset it by binding your will to an outcome that overrides all other considerations by binding quantum particles to solid objects, which in turn converts the energy into a solid preset form. The components bind the matrix, the desired reality. This overrides all physical reality affected by the spell, i.e., this is the principle of magic, the theory in fantasy. Magic, in turn, it turns out, is real. The quantum field is the field of magic, the manipulation of energy within this field creates reality, i.e., magic. It has an effect. To become gray, or a magician, or a witch, if you will, you learn to manipulate the quantum field. This is the practice of magic. The opening of the palms is the power base of the Zionite practitioner. It is the priestly power source generated from the heart. It is based on emotions. When I heal someone, I feel love for them. If I were to be angry, that energy would harm the person I feel angry towards. My emotion determines what the energy does. It is the power of the Zionite priest. Magic isn't just for the priests. There are other forms of magic: Wicca, demonology, fairy magic. There are so many ways to practice magic, and there are as many as there are myths about it. So, if you don't want to be a priest, that doesn't mean you can't learn other ways to practice magic. Magic is for those who perceive it, not just for priests. However, priestly magic is the most powerful because only the priests have access to higher forms of energy. Magic on earth is bound to earth. Its source is finite. A priest, on the other hand, has the ability to seek higher powerful beings who are mightier than our grid. These beings can add energy to the priest and thus override even the strongest earthbound spell. That is why priests are so important. They protect the grid and fix magical problems because they are the servants of the higher beings who empower the grid from another plane. On, and the idea for all of this came from the conversations we had at the temple. Our think tank opened up the preset thought form of the priesthood, which was a key to Earth's quantum barrier. When the Grey the Matrix left their seal, the Matrix into a preset form. The key to the Matrix was bound into the prophecy, and only the Zion would be able to find that key. The key was the ideas formed at the temple. The temple door became a psychic door for the members. Once we created the temple, we opened that preset door, which led me to my vortex door in prison. I had taken a 40-year journey on a quest for salvation, which led me to many such doors. Each time I found and walked through these preset doors, I opened up more paths leading to more options, each having its own door. All doors lead to the vortex door. Some doors are detours, others are shortcuts. The temple door was the door that opened my path to others. So, expect your quest for enlightenment or magic to be a long journey down many paths, through many lesser doors of knowledge that will lead you to your personal goal. This quest is not easy. When you decide to take the path of enlightenment or magic, you will begin a cyclic journey of moral and illustration learning. Each cycle will end in a testing where you will actively decide the issue of that cycle. Fail the test, and your life will repeat the same pattern with alterations designed to correct wrong answers. Then you're tested again, and if you fail, reset, test, repeat until you either learn the correct answer or you give up and return to normal life, or you die. Failure is not an option if you seek to ascend. To learn to recognize your cycle and figure out the right answers to life's questions so that your next test will be able to be passed. Now, when you pass, you will find your door and advance. When you have graduated to your final test, your trial will make you face and overcome not only your fears, but all the obstacles put in your path. The obstacles are your ultimate test. To overcome every odd against you and to prevail is to open that final doorway, to walk into a vortex of energy that is your empowerment. I opened my door, walked into my vortex, and was given a jolt of energy that was amazing. It changed me forever. I am now able to use my electromagnetic energy to affect my world and to open up other females to this powerful form of energy. They too are now able to activate their palms, and they are now or on their own quest for the knowledge of how to use the gift that I have been given by completing my quest for enlightenment. Just because I open up a woman's palms doesn't mean she's a powerful gray. It only means that she can now take her own quest to learn how to use the power that she now has access to. And she can use the power to heal others, to bless or curse. But you have to know how to use a tool in order to be effective at it. I can open the way for women, but it's up to them to learn how to use it. As for you men, sorry my energy is female or only women can use it. You will have to wait and hope Kenny finds his way to his final test and that he passes it. Then he will be led to his true door, and he too will be empowered. Only then will you, men, have access to the quantum field. Now, like I said before, there has been an instance or two where men have been able to experience this opening of the palms, but I think that that has more to do with their willingness, their being ready for it. I just don't think that many men are ready for this type of advancement because of the anger issue. So, perhaps if you guys start to seek him out psychically or by thought or prayer, you can help him overcome his obstacles and be empowered. Don't force him. That will not help, and it can do great harm. So I advise you to wish him good fortune to overcome his trial and to win through to his door. Your goodwill will go a long way to help your male cause. Or perhaps Kenny isn't the man meant to find his true door. Just because I'm the first female doesn't necessarily mean that Kenny has to be the first man to find his. If that's not Kenny, then my bet is on a native son of Israel, who will lead men to their empowerment, and Israel will have its true leader. So, in case Kenny is your man, wish him well, but just in case he's not, you might try to become that first man to open the quantum door and find his vortex of power. Each subject we covered at the temple is a template for a future society in Zion. The 50 members of the temple all took part in the creation of this book. Their knowledge and questions have led to the actualization of the prophecy of Zion. The conversations and inventions of the temple have laid the foundations for the creation of a new social form based on the ideas of the 50 members. Those ideas include council of elders, guild setup and political format, organizational formats, ideas for individual guilds, the Intermountain Shelter or new social institutions like sports, and the police force, not police, police, like in police and thank you force. Make that very clear. We created um, inventions like the perpetual water generator. All of these ideas flew around the temple, creating the Zion that we will soon build. The temple set up itself comes from the group. Our temple was never a place to get a sermon or to outwardly show your faith. The temple we envisioned was more of a community hall. It provided real life services for the people. Yes, we did talk a lot about aliens and ancient lore, but it was more about community than about religion. And there I'm going to stop for this session, and we'll pick up next time where I left off. So until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the uniform way. Be the joy, my people. Stay happy and high. Know that I love you. We'll be free soon. Don't worry. This is almost over. Thank God. See you later, because I'll never say goodbye.